The United States is a large country with rich resources and multi-ethnic population. Through the conversation between a Chinese journalist and an American history professor, we can see the regional differences, such as the East and the South, and the stereotypes people attribute to residents in different regions. So the following skit, entitled Preparing to Visit the United States, is a small part of a chapter on exploring the entire United States, but it gives us an overview of the diversity of the United States.
Good morning, Professor Li Mei. I am Keon Chen, a reporter with the Beijing World News.
Oh yes, how are you, Mr. Chen? I've been expecting you. You are referred to me by the cultural attaché of the American Embassy.
Yes, I was awarded a grant by the Department of State to visit the United States. I was told that you are an expert on the U.S. and can help me plan my itinerary.
I will do my best. What is the theme of your visit?
A couple of years ago, I read Democracy in America by Alexis de Tocqueville.
Oh yes, that is a classic. Even though de Tocqueville visited America for 9 months and published the book in 1835, it is still relevant and mandated reading in any American history course.
Indeed. I was so inspired by the book that I began to look for an opportunity to visit the United States. When I applied for a grant, I wrote that I would like to write a book about contemporary America, not that I presume myself to be China's de Tocqueville.
Why not? In year 2000, a South African journalist named David Cohen published a book entitled Chasing Red, White, and Blue. He chronicled his own trouble tracing the steps taken by de Tocqueville.
Oh, I should read it.
But Cohen's book has not received strong reviews, so there's no reason why a perceptive Chinese journalist with good writing skills cannot do better.
Oh, I hope so. My newspaper also supports my project to compensate for my long tour in the Middle East war zone, so money and time are not a concern.
Good. When de Tocqueville wrote about the United States, it had a population of maybe 5 million, composed mostly of Europeans, black slaves, and red Indians. Today there are over 300 million Americans, with 13% Hispanics, 10% blacks, and 4% Asians. So the demographics alone have changed dramatically. More about that later.
Fortunately, I can travel by air, train, or by driving, but de Tocqueville had to travel by horses, wagons, and boats.
Will you be traveling by yourself?
There are 3 other persons who have been given similar awards. We're thinking we might travel as a group to share companionship and expenses, but no decision has been made.
Given your writing assignments, I would probably choose to travel alone.
Why?
For centuries, the people who came to America have been pioneers seeking religious freedom or economic opportunities. Over time, America has developed a tradition characterized as rugged individualism, pioneer spirit, self-reliance. For example, in liberal arts education, the emphasis is on fulfillment of the individual. So traveling alone may give you a better feel for the American experience.
What you just said sounded very profound, very deep, and I'm not sure I understand all of it, but I take your point. As a veteran reporter, I should be up to the challenge of traveling alone.
I'm sorry if I sound too much like a pedantic professor, but when you come back, you may appreciate more fully of the points I made. When do you plan to travel?
This is June. I can travel anytime in September.
Terrific! Then we can meet again if you like.
Of course, you're very kind.